I am Jazzie Carrington, and this is my show, What's Hot with Jazzie. I'm introducing you to some of the hottest, most innovative people around the nation, from pop culture entertainment to people making a difference in your community and mine. So let's get started with What's Hot with Jazzie. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to What's Hot with Jazzie. I'm your host, Jazzie Carrington, and I have a special treat for you today. Not only is this a bonus segment of Hot Talk, Hot Topics, I also have here with me, co-hosting with me today, R&B sensation Demetriuz Richardson. And today, we are premiering his brand new single and video right here on What's Hot with Jazzie. And this song is called In Too Deep. Check it out.
Yo, what are you doing?
Getting ready to leave.
What do you mean? No, this gotta stop. This gotta change. Seriously. Alright, this is not gonna
I
work.
need you to relax, love. You're thinking too much. I'm coming back.
No, I'm not. This is not good. I'm gonna need you to figure out what it is that you wanna do. All this running, this in and out, it's not gonna work. As a matter of fact.
What do you want from me? Black. Before we get too deep, the situation's got me losing sleep. Nowhere, and it may be too late. You got the best of me. You got the best of me. You got the best of me.
love stays on my mind. Your vibe is so dope, getting so close. Instead of jumping out the window, I need to know what you're here for. Party, nothing to play with. I need to know that I'm safe with you. So tell me what I need to do.
What do you want from me? I wanna know before we get too deep. Situations got me loose and sleep. No way.
Oh, and it may be too late.
You got the best of me.
You got the best of me.
You got the best of me.
Yeah.
You got the best of me. Tell me.
You got the best of me. Best of me. You got the 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 best of
You got the best of me. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, girl? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, girl? Ooh, Didi, what you want?
You got the best of me.
Ooh, Didi, what you want? What you want?
You got the best of me.
Hi everyone, welcome back to What's Hot with Jazzie. And today, as you just got a sneak preview, I am co-hosting. Well, actually, he's co-hosting with me, and I am so excited. It's a special segment of Hot Talk, Hot Topics, and I have here with me as my co-host R&B sensation, Mr. Demetriuz Richardson.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
I'll take all of that.
Oh my God, Demetriuz, it's so good to see you.
Likewise, it's a blessing to be here and to be in your presence
Yeah.
and on
Oh,
your platform. You know what I mean?
thank you.
For real.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah, I stay at it.
You got a
Stay
lot
busy.
going on.
Yeah.
You got 2 new singles.
Mm-hmm.
One, which is my jam, The Weekend.
The Weekend.
That's
yeah.
my jam. I
Yeah.
have to that's in my playlist. I have to get pumped up. When I want to get pumped up, get my day going.
Got you.
And then you have your second single, which everyone just saw, the premiere of your new video, Into Deep.
Right.
I love that song. Tell us a little bit about Into Deep.
Okay, well, In Too Deep, that's a single that's off my upcoming new album, my solo project.
Mm-hmm.
Now the For the Weekend, that's off a collaborative project that I executive produced. I did with my partner Juan Council,
Yes.
Nito. So that's
Love
out
Juan.
at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, but the In Too Deep, that's a single that I just put out there to hold people over because everybody keep asking, when you gonna put a single out? And I dropped that off of my album while I'm finishing up my solo project.
I
You know what I'm
love
saying?
that.
So
You know, what's cool is too, you and Juan on that project you guys did together, you called yourself Hot Grits.
yeah, Hot Grits. Hot Grits. It's a dope project. It's a vintage type throwback early 90s feel. It's a nice project. It got like 6 songs on it with 6 plus a bonus track on it. So it's nice, and we shot videos for every joint. So yeah, definitely pick that single up. Hot Grits. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
and
For the
it
weekend.
is hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, you know, I know that you are working on your solo project.
Yeah.
So are we getting the album?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I'm taking my time putting it together. It's been a long time coming. I mean, I've been doing spot records here and there, but mostly the majority of my time over the past years have been helping others, and I just decided to focus on me and do what I'm doing, outside of the project with Warren. And plus, there's a couple of other collaboration projects that I got into work. I'm doing one with J-Raw. We're working on this. It's like a street gospel type thing.
Wow.
It's dope. Like, we even started filming that probably 2 years ago. We just haven't picked it up, but the album is pretty much done. And then that's another collaborative project I'm doing with my cousin called Vindy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my first cousin, Vinny. So it's a lot in the works. But right now, the main focus is really my project, and I'm making sure, because it's spearheading everything. Like, the Hot Grits is another surprise. It's a priority project as well. But
yeah, I'm loving it. Well, so far it is thebomb.com.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm loving it so far. People are saying, like, I know people were saying R&B is dead, no one's doing, but you've got these great artists out here now, like Kenyon Dixon, you got PJ Morton, you got, Ari Lennox, Summer Walker, Usher coming back doing his thing. He's heading the Super Bowl this year. He's got a great residency in Vegas. He's got a hot new single with Summer Walker.
Right.
So, I mean, how do you feel about people saying that about R&B, that R&B is dead?
Well, I say, from my perspective, I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why I think they're saying that, because the radio is so saturated with these younger kids doing all of this auto-tune, and they just doing this real simple, quick music. And I think it's the younger generation, like, really like attaching themselves, like connecting with that. And that's what the radio is playing more.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's saying that R&B is dead. I don't really feel it is. It's just that the type R&B we do, and R&B with substance, is not getting as much radio playing in the forefront. That's why people are saying that. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to keep working. And really, I think really, like, the whole marketing thing, and with social media being the way it is like, it's really working in the advantage of the I would say, the microwave type quick music. Really,
that's a good analogy.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but
I don't knock that. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works. And it's just that people like us, like, we're more, I kind of say, old school. I'm not really a social media person. I mean, I mess with it a little bit to make awareness, but just as far as about going about how we got to do it, because the way that I'm going about putting my record together, I'm going to meet with the prospects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, what I notice about your music, you still have that very, raw R&B sound that what we, that I grew up with, my generation, the Jodeci and the H-Town and all this. And you still have that same vibe. And what's amazing to me, where it surprises me, and they say this about R&B, but if you get all these old school acts together on a stage, it's sold out.
It is because that's what I'm saying, with it being so pushed in the back with social media, prioritizing all this microwave music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people fiending for that. You know what I'm saying? They missing that because mainstream radio don't play enough of that. You have Usher in the mix. You got Chris Brown. Chris Brown is borderline. I love Chris Brown.
Oh, I love him.
Usher, that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Usher. That's that guy. Usher.
Like, then you got people
now,
like
Usher come here to college. I'm going to see Usher.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me, it's R. Kelly top. I mean, I don't have nothing to do with, I don't agree with his
unfortunately.
antics. But the music you can't take. He's top. He's top.
You can't
tier.
take away the great music that was made. But it's so unfortunate that sometimes people can have a great talent, but they may not have the best character.
True.
And that's just really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of. So we're going to do all things music today.
Okay, cool.
What do you think about that? Since we got Demetriuz with us. So recently, we just found out that they did catch the guy who unalived Tupac.
Yeah, Keefy D.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you seem to know a little bit more about this than me. I know that people were saying, here's the interesting thing. I saw a documentary. I think it was on Netflix. I saw it last year.
Mhm.
You know, I go between Prime and Netflix, so I get confused, and Hulu, so I get confused who
Right.
I saw. But I know I saw this documentary, and I remember this guy who was up there. I think he was like a private investigator or
Right.
something,
Right.
and he said that was who was the culprit. He told it. He broke down how everything happened
Played
and
out.
how it played out.
Mhm.
And here we, right here.
That's
And he
crazy.
said that, I think, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, but what do you think at this point? Do you feel like there was any conspiracies going on in the capture of Tupac's?
Yeah, I think, I do. I really do.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a lot more to unravel because it's a lot of more people. I think it's a lot more
Wow.
attached to that than that's on the surface that I feel is going to be revealed with them locking him up, because now he's at a point he don't really have nothing to lose. He's what, 50, 60 years old. Come on, he's probably gonna, after this, he's probably gonna, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna die in there. You know what I'm saying? With that being the case, what he got to lose with telling on anybody else? You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. The history here, he was in the Crips, I believe, gang.
Yeah. All of this is allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let's, put
And
that out there,
he
so, you know what I'm saying?
also was like pretty, well, that one I think is factual because he was pretty up high up there in the
absolutely.
Crips.
Yeah.
As far as now, allegedly, it goes a little bit deeper,
It does.
and they keep bringing
Puff.
P. Diddy's name into this.
Yeah.
So what exactly is this about? Like, because that's the part I'm a little confused on.
Okay, from my understanding, allegedly. Okay, so back in the day, 20 years or so ago, Puffy was heavily associated with Keefy D now. So when he used to go to the West Coast, they had issues with Suge and Tupac and them. So when they was on the West Coast, it goes back to this checking in type thing, and who you associated with that could give you the coverage and protection while you're out there, because Keefy D and them was Puffy's them protection while they was out there. See what I'm saying? And so, that's how that dealings and relationship kind of like, you know what I'm saying, came about.
Well, now I did hear that, and I heard where he put out like a $10,000 reward or something for Tupac's chain or something like that. And that was when Tupac was out in Vegas, I believe, with Suge Knight.
Yeah. I don't know what the dollar amount was per that situation, but I think it was right. It was someone had taken, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was someone had taken one of Death Row's people chains. Supposedly Orlando Anderson had it. And that's
that?
That is the guy, that's Keefy D's nephew, the gunman that they said done the shooting.
Well, unalive. We on YouTube. That did the unaliving.
Right.
We have to use certain words.
Gotcha. But yes, he was the one that supposedly committed the crime. You know what I mean? So, which was Keefy D's nephew. That was his nephew.
Wow. It's so interesting because after all these years, but we still don't know about who unalived Biggie Smalls. True. We still don't know that,
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, I just feel, just my opinion. It's just, to me, this just seems like this all is kind of intertwined.
It is. Biggie was collateral damage of that, because people on the West Coast love Tupac so much.
Yeah.
That was just retaliation. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was he was collateral damage. I don't feel like Biggie had nothing to do with it. Now, being that Biggie is associated and affiliated with Bad Boy and Puffy, there you have it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And of course, those was two big entities that was beefing, Bad Boy and Death Row, you know, Suge Knight and Puffy, so forth and so on. Biggie was just collateral damage, you know what I'm saying? I think it was too early for, in my opinion, for them to be out there in LA when that first happened, because that was still a sensitive thing with Tupac getting killed, and being that he had differences with Tupac, you know what I'm saying? When you out there, it's like all fair game, you know what I mean?
Well, do you think, just, you know, your opinion, being that you've been in this industry for so long now and for some years now, and do you feel like this beef that rappers have, even today, that is just going way too far? Because I mean, recently you had Nicki Minaj's husband with his little minions outside of Offset's, I guess, hotel or whatever. After, was it the recent award show? Was it
BET Awards?
It wasn't a BET Awards. It was, I wanted to say it was the music video awards.
Okay. MTV Awards?
Possibly.
Okay.
I have brain fog. I'm perimenopausal.
Yeah.
So it'll come to me probably tomorrow.
Right.
But whichever recent award that Cardi B just performed on with Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
And so I guess allegedly afterwards, I mean, I saw the video and they're outside and they're like, come out, you know, and it was ridiculous because they just look like high school kids. I'm like, what are you doing? You're 40-year-old men.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, everybody these are people that are financially, situated. I mean, what are you fighting for?
What are you fighting for?
Why are y'all even operating off that ego stuff? See, that's the mentality with our culture. That's why we can't come together and have nothing. Even the people that got the money still want to be, you know what I mean? That's crazy to me. It don't make sense.
Because recently, and I do love Cardi B. I do. Yeah. I really do. But I'm going to say this, might not be popular opinion, but sometimes I think she needs to be quiet. Recently she did a video. I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. It was a video she put out on social media and she's like going off. She's like, I got receipts. You don't want me to bring out receipts. And I don't know who she's talking. I'm trying to effing stay in my lane. All this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, why? You are beautiful. You have a beautiful family. You are successful. You finally got away from all that.
Yeah.
Why are you addressing everything? Sometimes Beyonce, they say stuff about her all the time. Yeah. Constantly. Yeah. They say all kinds of things. Yeah. Do you hear her say anything?
Nah. Beyonce understands the assignment.
She understands the assignment.
She does.
She does.
Like, hey, man, why? Like,
it's like, what for? Yeah. They say things all the time. And I just feel like everything does not have to be addressed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're going to lose a lot of sleep doing that, man.
Well, that tells me, but that also tells me that even though you have all the money, the fame, there's still insecurities there.
Absolutely.
There's definitely still insecurities there. Because when you're secure in who you are, no matter what somebody say, I don't care.
Well, the thing about it is when you get money, it just inflates who you really are on the inside. It does.
That's interesting you say that.
It does.
Yes. That's interesting.
Saying, who you really are is when you got money. It just inflates that. You know what I'm saying?
What was there the whole time?
The whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's just, I agree with that because I think that a lot of time they say, oh, money changes you. No, it didn't. That was who you were the whole time.
Exactly.
It's just that now you have the money.
Exactly.
And now it's just amplified.
It does.
It amplifies.
It does.
Because I have always felt like, I've known people who, they've gotten opportunities, especially when I was back in the day and I was still performing and I was singing and stuff like that.
Which she was great, y'all. Still great at it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully
Thank you. Well, I'm leaving all that to you, but I appreciate it. And I remember helping someone and they actually got signed.
Wow.
I actually told them, I gave them guidance because I knew the business and I gave them insight. I gave them guidance. I told them what they needed to do because a lot of times people assume that all I have to do is these days is twerk and look a certain way and I'm going to get rich and be big. Well, here's the problem with that. Is because if you do not know the business, you will not keep it.
Absolutely.
And if you want longevity in the music game, you need to know that business.
Absolutely.
You need to know the business. And I remember helping someone and they did. They got a deal. And when I tell you, they got all the way brand new.
I'm not surprised.
And I was like, okay, things like that, I don't really even get into.
Right.
Because regardless, I don't care if I have $50 million or if I have $5.
Right.
I feel as though, because I know what it is to be broke and struggle, but I also know what it is to have a lot of money too.
Right.
I've experienced both sides. So, and I was still the same when I had a lot of money, and I'm still the same, busted and disgusted. But I speak life. It's I'm speaking life.
Most definitely.
I'm just waiting to sign the check. But yes, and waiting for Michelle Obama to grace me right here on What's Hot with Jazzie. Yes, I'm speaking it.
First lady.
Absolutely. But I just think that people, when you get to that. And so when I see all these rappers and they're beefing and they're going back and forth, all these hip hop people, and I'm just like, why? Why? For what?
It's so many reasons. That could go so many different ways. I just feel like the industry pushes that because it's making money. And it's so saturated with that. And again, that goes back to these younger kids. You even got the rappers that's, 45 and up. They still selling that persona to people, which is crazy to me. They should know better, but they doing it because that's what's selling.
They need to be like Snoop.
And I'm gonna be real. That's to me that I'm gonna just say this. That's ignorant. I'm gonna just keep it 100 because you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing, you're feeding the new generation this mindset, and whatever they say is law to these young kids.
It is.
And to them, it's like that's the only thing that's registering with them. I'm not gonna say the only thing. It's a small handful of conscious young kids because, like I said, the game is so saturated with this kill, and it's really the music. I'm gonna just keep it 100. Don't get me wrong. I love the beats and. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have to catch myself, and then when I really go beyond listening to the vibe and listening to the words, I'll be like, wait a damn minute.
What did they just say?
Yeah. And you be like,
I don't know about that.
Crazy. But it's hypnotizing, and you just think, me as being an older, seasoned person, artist or whatever, and just think with these younger kids, and they see and they influenced by what the majority of people are attached to and what they're, what they're connecting with and identifying. And that's just, man, and just think it just starts spreading like mace. And that's why, these real big artists, that's because they have the younger generation really behind their music. That's why you can tell like A-list artists, B or C or D, those are the pop cats that's done crossed over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They make that kind of music, but when they in that position, they selling this gangster thing,
and it's y'all need to be like Snoop Dogg, cooking for Martha, cooking with Martha Stewart, and selling his wine,
Yeah.
Snoop knew what to do and had a #1 gospel rap album.
He's the most innovative artist, man. Just know how to keep reinventing himself.
He does. I love him so much. He is amazing.
Yeah, he is.
He has really turned his business into his hip hop talent into an empire. He really has, and that's the thing. And then I kind of feel like this, going back to the young people, and this might not be popular, but I do that. Even with, okay, how can I say this, with female hip hop artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Lotto, City Girls.
Yeah.
Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and the core of them are very talented.
Yes, I like them all.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, we know this is a male-dominated industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you something that bothered me. I mean, just really bothered me. There's this new artist, Sexy Red.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about her.
And she's very interesting. And she was somewhere on the red carpet. And the person who was, I guess, interviewing people as they come on the carpet was interviewing her and asked, basically, on the red carpet, what are your goals for the rest of this year? What are your ambitions for the rest of this year?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, that's a normal question. And her response was to F as many N-word as possible.
You're kidding me right now, right?
I'm not.
Really? So
that was her response. And I thought maybe I heard it wrong.
No. So you got so this is what we have to understand too about stuff like that. Like, it's called kind of like seizing the moment, like shot for shot value.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because she knew, come on, with her saying that, man, social media gonna go crazy with her saying that, even though that's ratchet and tasteless to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she knew that was gonna really have her in the headlines. So, a lot of things people say are for shock value. So, even though she could have meant it.
Well,
could be about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I saw her in another interview.
And she said the same thing.
So I feel that maybe this is her mentality, her mindset. Because it's all in the mindset.
Right, it is.
And they asked, what was the nicest thing a guy ever did for you? And her response was, well, I was in school and I was, this guy, and he liked me, and it was Valentine's, but he didn't have no money to get me a Valentine's gift, and he really wanted to get me something for Valentine's time. So he went and he beat up this dude and he robbed him, and then he brought me back the money and said, get anything you want for Valentine's. And I just thought that was so wonderful.
But Jazzie, it goes back. See, now it's gonna take us back full circle to what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I'm saying, man, what's in someone and who they really are, that's all it is. When she got money, now she's just doing it on a commercial platform.
Yeah.
That's who she is. So we gotta accept that. But here's the even crazier part. It's probably even mind blowing to people like you and other people that really look at her like, and they selling this, pushing this off on people like they and
it's weird.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Not taking up from her. That's her hustle, and I'm not knocking that. But you know what I'm saying? What they ain't realizing, everybody just looking at how they capitalizing financially off of that, but that's defiling these young girls' minds to make them think that's the way to be.
Well, here's what concerns me with that mindset, because I'm sure she came, it's obvious she went through some things in her life.
Absolutely.
And you know, and I'm not trying to judge her or put her down.
Right. No
Don't
doubt.
get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what concerns me, because we do know this business,
Mhm.
we know this business. And Christian Keys was talking about this. I saw a video, him talking about this yesterday. I actually was watching it, and another actor.
Right.
About the things that the predators and the people in this industry and what they will do.
Right.
And you have to be so careful. And that mindset is so dangerous in this business because she's a young woman.
Yeah, it makes you vulnerable.
And I really fear that people will take advantage of her and take advantage of that mindset.
Right.
And next thing you know, she'll look up one day and it's like, how the heck did I get here?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And so I really pray for this young lady that maybe, you know, she, you know, her mindset will change, because it doesn't matter where you come from. God still wants the best for all of us.
Yeah. And here's the other side to that now. Check this out. The easiest thing in life you'll ever do is operating in your comfort zone. That's her. She being who she really is and making money. So what's the chances of, think about that. Like, she's not doing nothing. She's being herself and just capitalizing financially right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, all you could do is look at it and just hope for the best. But if that's really who she is, and she's making money off just being herself, the natural being that she is, with the mindset from where she's from, and like, man, I'm killing the game. And it's like people are showing so much interest. Again, like I said, that's just goes to show the times that we living in. See, stuff like that entertains people. You notice you could do something positive if you're really trying to break yourself in the game, and it's harder to break that versus you take some messiness, something that has this drama feel. It always seems to take off. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's really easy. People latch on to that because it seems like they're more interested in that instead of supporting something that's...
Well, you know, that's interesting that you say that, because I remember I just recently saw, it was a great interview with Jazzie. You know, he's now a best-selling New York author.
Right.
And he was in an interview, I think it was on a podcast interview or radio, but I think it was podcast, I'm not sure. But, and he was talking about when he was breaking away from the streets
Breaking
and those
ties,
things and breaking ties. And he said, I threw away my phone. He said, I completely got rid of any and everything that had an association from what I was trying to get away from.
Exactly.
He was like, and I had real bills because I had made some money out there. So it wasn't like, it was like I had a light bill. No, I had real bills, real stuff.
Yeah.
And he just talked about how he went cold turkey away from all of those things. And I said, wow, you know what? And I think about it, when you've done something for so long, that's gotta be tough.
And that's commendable to him.
Yeah.
Big shots out to Jazzie for that, because it's like, that's what you're supposed to do, man. You, like, when you in this game and you've been doing it how he's done it and doing it, man, come on, man, you gotta mature, man. Even with 50 Cent, like he's one of my favorite, like, underdogs. Like, even though he could be a character at times, but you have to respect his businessman mindset. The guy is
Power was my show.
Yo, he's a genius. And you could tell, you could see the maturity even with that. You know, even though he still does and troll things at times, but you can see the maturity. You know, that's entertainment on social media. But I commend Jazzie for growing up, because if you're not growing, man, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw that interview. It was a great
interview with everything that he's dealing with right now. But that really showed me a lot of his character and who he is. And I was very impressed. I was like, I could see him being now a bestseller.
Absolutely.
Because he was very transparent. And I think, like I said, it's mindset.
Right.
And I think a lot of times these people, they succeed and they get the riches and they get the fame and but it's all the mindset.
It is.
And but if you don't change that mindset, Master P talked about that.
Yeah, man,
He talked about that.
that's a must.
That you got to, when you get to, a certain level
Mm-hmm.
in this industry, and you're literally under a magnifying glass 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was thinking about this. This is just so random. And I was thinking about Beyonce, and I was thinking about all those fans, and I was thinking about her and Jay-Z, and I was like, dang. I was like, you know what? She probably can't even remember the last time she was able to just walk into McDonald's or Burger King, just sit down, eat a burger, and just laugh and talk with her friends.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Because literally, celebrity to me, it like builds it's a nice prison,
Mm-hmm.
but it builds a prison around you.
It does. Yeah.
And you have all these beautiful things, but here's what people want more than anything: freedom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Freedom.
Absolutely.
And you don't have that freedom.
Yeah.
And I just think, and speaking of somebody else who's we're talking about sort of kind of, being out there in the forefront, who's taking a back seat now, Drake.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about
that. So Drake is saying he is getting ready to step away from the music for a while, take a step back. And apparently, and he said he would talk about this more, he has been, from the brief clip that I saw, he has also been battling some health problems a little bit.
Understood.
Yeah. And so he feels like right now he wants to take time to take care of himself but people, here's the thing, but people are going off because he's taking a hiatus.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is like practically a billionaire. Like, what more do you want? So what do you think about that?
I think that that level eliteness of stardom, people feel like they've bought the right to dictate and make the decision of when you can quit and take a break, when that's crazy. But as an artist, you got to understand that different levels of stardom that comes with that, and that's what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they feel like they done paid for that. Man, you wouldn't be rich if it wasn't for us. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the case, they feel like they tell you what to do. You're a robot. You know what I'm saying? So
you quit when I say you quit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what comes with that. He just got to do what's best for him. Health is first, because without good health, all the accomplishments are nothing. You know what I'm saying? The money,
I will tell you that I really am so proud of Drake for this, because for that level of success that he's reached, he's been doing this for many, many years.
Been on top the entire time.
He's been on top the entire time. And for him to say, I'm going to take care of me.
Right.
I think that's great. Yeah. That's awesome to me.
I mean, at this point, just do it. Don't even I mean, hey, let them feel how they feel. They get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I would be addressing that. Just like it goes back to what you were saying, like Beyonce, you don't hear her interacting with nobody when confrontation wise, because it goes back to, like Kel said way back, I mean, elephants don't swat at flies. Why would I even do that? I mean, why would I even bring that extra stress on me?
Right.
Like, people gonna say what they want to say and think what they think, regardless of what I say, if I respond or not. I get it. Sometimes some things do need to be addressed, but when you get to that level, it ain't even. Silence speaks in volumes way beyond to keep even responding. You know what I'm saying?
And not to mention, just because someone is rich and famous, and yes, it looks all beautiful, it does not take away life and problems. Because guess what? The same Jesus that died for me died for them too.
Yeah. And they human just like
and they are human just like they bleed like you bleed.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? They have to go to the bathroom the same way you have to go to the bathroom. And I think sometimes we get too much into idolizing people.
And like they're immortal. Those are human.
Yeah, they're human.
Yeah, they live and one day got to leave here as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
we love Tina Turner, but she's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Because that's just a part of life.
It is.
Nothing that she did is just a part of life. She's human. She was human, just like the rest of us. All the beautiful people, greats that we loved, Cicely Tyson, all these people, Harry Belafonte that we love, Tony Bennett that we love so much. And we love their contribution to music and their contribution to entertainment. But at the same time, we have to start remembering they're still human. And I remember even with Khloe Kardashian, people always got something to say about the Kardashians. Yeah. And I remember, and I felt like she was really being vulnerable at this moment on their new reality show, Kardashians on Hulu. Mm-hmm. And when she was dealing with all these things with the rumors with Tristan and, she, having the surrogate and the baby and she just had a lot going on. Right. And I remember her just breaking down and saying, I'm only human. I am still human. Yeah, absolutely. And my heart went out to her because I was like, oh my gosh, it sounds so simple, but it's not, because they're still human. Yeah. They still go through things. Yeah, and I think sometimes we don't give people who are public figures enough grace. Yeah. I feel like we don't give them enough grace. And I think it's great what Drake is doing. I think it's great that he's taking care of himself. And I have no doubt if he decides to come back, I still think he's going to kill it. Rocket. Yeah, go right back. Yeah. They just upset. That'd be all right. Do what you got to do, Drake. I feel you, man. Yeah, do what you got to do, Drake. Well, Demetriuz. Yeah. Oh my God, this has been so great. Yeah, it's a blessing to be here. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming and sitting down with me. I always love it when we get together and we collab and talk, and oh my God. So tell everybody what we can look for next. Well, right now, I'm finishing up my project, and it's another single. I'm shooting a video for another single I'm dropping next week. It's titled Focus on We. And it's going to be a great piece. It's like I try to make with my project, my album, I'm making like reality music so people can definitely relate to the storyline, you know what I'm saying, the subject matter in the song. So I'm doing that, and my album will drop later this year. But right now, hey, get the single In Too Deep. I'm shooting another video. I just did finish the remix. Actually, I'm leaving here, going to the studio to do the remix, to get it mixed. Well, to get it mixed, it's finished, so I can put that out. I'm shooting a video to that in November. So just to tie things over until I finish the album. But right now, the Hot Grits project, where the single is out, and the full project is called Life's Recipe. It should be available. Oh, I love it. December. So it's a love great that title. Work too. It's a lot coming. Well, let me ask you something. So if people wanted to get, In Too Deep, your single for Weekend, that's my jam. Yeah. Where can they go? And tell me also, what is your Instagram so people can follow you, so they can know what you're doing? My Instagram is drich1000. On Instagram is DRICH and 1000. And my Facebook is Rich Count Demetriuz. You can follow me on there, and my TikTok page is DRich a million. Just put a million, the number sign. And oh my God, well, Demetriuz, I'm so happy for you. I appreciate it. The music is sounding so great. Thank you. You're coming in hard, and I'm loving it. It's sounding so great. I love that you're taking us back to that soul, real R&B, and that we love, that a lot of us still love so much. Yeah. And I hope we'll get to see you on stage again soon. Oh yeah, definitely. We need you coming through here with some of these other acts. We need you back on stage. It's coming as soon as I finish this album up. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Coming. I'm gonna jump on the stage and get in a circuit going around here performing. So yay! I'm so happy. Well, thank you, and thank you for. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for allowing me to premiere your new video on our show. And thank you guys again for watching another fantastic episode of What's Hot with Jazzie. I'm your host, Jazzie Carrington, and until next time, bye.
Now I'm in my time to live my life to find out it's true. When they say you must have fun before you die, guess what I do? Now I'm living for the weekend, for the weekend. Yeah. All my girls and guys, we gonna get it there. Trouble. Yeah, we can roll up real tight and blow them in the way. Yeah. Now it's all about the weekend. Yeah. I'm so ready. Now I'm gonna go out and have some fun with my people. You know it's gonna be. Go put it down. Sip on some crack.